Why is my hair doing that? Why do you hate me, bangs? Hey, what's up? How's it going? Something about me that you may or may not know. I don't like making a big deal about things that I don't think should be a big deal. I think if I were getting married, that would be kind of a big deal. I think that if I were moving to another country across the world, that would be a big deal. What I don't think is a big deal is sexuality. I think that in the future, maybe 50 years in the future, say, like 3 generations from now, people aren't gonna have to come out anymore. I really think that people aren't gonna worry about gender or sexuality or whatever. You're just gonna get to exist and it's gonna be fine. There isn't gonna be this sad heteronormativity, I think I'm saying that right, throughout society that's like, you must be straight unless you tell me otherwise. And I think that's gonna go away eventually. I didn't really want to sit and make some like cryy video about being like, so I finally found myself, because like, it's not that big of a deal. I've known this for a while. First off, I want to talk a little bit about why I decided to come out, because I've had a lot of people be like, you're very young, and I'm like, this is why I didn't do it, okay? I had a plan. I was gonna wait until I was 20 to come out. I know, kind of crazy, but let me explain why. I felt like as a teenager, and I mean, if you're a teenager, you may or may not relate to this, but I feel like a lot of people will. I feel like as a teenager, a lot of times, you don't get taken seriously in a lot of ways. Whether that's right or not, we can discuss later. But the point is, a lot of times when teenagers say something, it gets chalked up to being a phase, or like, you're just a teenager, or like, how do you know that? You're only 16. And I just didn't want to deal with that, and I was like, if I wait until I'm an adult, then I can just do whatever I want, people will take me seriously, and all will be good. I was like, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna like be in college, I'm gonna like find myself, and it's gonna be like super cool. I'm gonna like come out to all my friends and be like, hey, FYI, into both kinds of humans, that's fun. But because I sort of made this like little promise to myself that was like, we're gonna keep it secret for another like few years, it sort of became like I was keeping a secret from myself, because I kind of was. It was like always just right on the tip of my tongue. I was always just wanting to like tell somebody or like say it, and I was having to kind of hold myself back and be like, no, like we're not gonna do that. Remember, we made a whole plan, like it's gonna happen later, like calm down. What the fluff are you doing, bangs? Why? I had this whole plan, it was gonna go fine, and then it just started getting in my way. I kept having these moments where I just wanted to like blurt it out. Like I just wanted to go up to one of my friends and be like, hey, something to tell you, I'm bi, that's cool, hi, okay, yeah. And like it just kept happening, and I kept having these moments of being like, why is this so weird? Like I just really want to tell somebody and like get it out there, and I can't, because I'm like keeping it a secret until people take me seriously. A lot of my friends and family already knew that I'm asexual, because I kind of talked about that a while ago. Once again, didn't feel like it was the biggest deal. People still don't believe me about it though, which is why I was even more like, shoot, maybe I shouldn't come out as bi now. Like they don't even believe me that I'm asexual. That's just kind of proving my whole theory of like, when you're a teenager, nobody takes you seriously. So it just sort of got to the point where I felt like I was keeping a secret. So I started sort of thinking, okay, maybe we'll do it at like 18 or something, like a little sooner, but still kind of in the distance. Last weekend, I went to see Miles Chronicles on tour, which was the coolest experience ever. If you don't know who Miles Chronicles is, I'm gonna link his channel below. He's like my favorite person in the entire world. On his tour, I met a lot of really cool people, and he was talking a lot about like being yourself and how you know you better than anybody else, and like that's all that matters. And I just sort of didn't care anymore. I had this moment where I was like, you know what? I really don't care if somebody believes me or they don't. That's their problem. It's not gonna affect me in my life. And at the end of the day, you just need to make yourself happy. That's what's important. So I wrote up a little thing on Twitter, and I sent it out, and I was like, hey, beachy dubs, guess who's bi? It's me. Didn't really mention the asexuality thing, because like I said, my friends and family like pretty much know that already, but you might not know that. So I'm bi and I'm asexual. What that means is, and I'm gonna explain this because there's certain things that should be taboo in this world, and sexuality just isn't one of them, so we're gonna talk about it. Being asexual is a very individual thing. I have talked to people who experience it very differently than me, and me to them, and it's just a very individualized thing. So here's my experience. I would love to be in a relationship with somebody. I'm not right now because I'm not a people person at the moment. I'm just sort of like busy with other things, and I'm like, ugh, humans, that's a lot of effort when I could be like YouTubing. But like, that might not last forever, who knows? My thing is, if I were in a relationship, be it with a man or a woman, I would have boundaries, basically. As in, kissing is fine. Holding hands is fine. Hugging is fine. Like, great, let's go cuddle and watch a movie. I am totally game with that. I'm all down for platonic cuddling. Cuddling is great. I cuddle my cats like crazy, my poor cats. But I don't want to have sex at all. What people usually say to that is like, oh, you're young, like you're a late bloomer. You'll grow out of that eventually. Like, it's normal to not want sex at this age. The problem is, I really don't want it. I think a lot of people find it really hard to understand. They're like, well, why don't you like sex, huh? It's like the greatest thing about the entire universe. Like, all that we do as humans is have sex. But like, that's not true. Like, you can be a functioning human being and not enjoy sex. This isn't the Stone Age. Like, reproducing isn't the only reason to exist. I am bisexual, as in I would have a relationship with either a man or a woman. However, I am asexual, so if I did have said relationship, it would have certain boundaries. And that's one reason that I think I'm gonna have difficulty probably dating further down the line, is dealing with people who are willing to accept those boundaries and accept me as a human being. And if they don't, then I'm gonna live a life alone with cats, and you might think that's sad, but I don't, because I really like cats. So yeah, that's this video. I'm not gonna say I was making it to like tell all the young kids out there that you should be yourself, because I'm not. I really just wanted to like let people know if they didn't know, so I don't have to text everybody in the entire world and be like, hey! I guess what I could say is there's always going to be an opinion. That's something to keep in mind. No matter what you do in life, somebody somewhere is going to have an opinion about it. Whether they think it's a good thing or a bad thing, somebody's gonna have an opinion. You can let their opinions get to you. You can live your life based on other people's opinions and do certain things because other people say they're good, or not do things because people say they're bad. But I just think that's such a tiny way to live your life, you know? You have control of your existence. Why should you listen to what other people tell you? I mean, obviously if they're telling you to like not jump off a cliff, like that's one thing, but I also have to say I am very lucky to live in a place where my friends and family are very accepting of me. Therefore, I was able to come out and know that I was going to be safe. However, a lot of the time when people are like, you know, ridiculing people for staying in the closet, that's not okay. And there are people who are braver for staying in the closet because they know what's gonna be best for them and they know how to keep themselves safe. I am very lucky, and other people, remember, are not always as lucky, so this is just my little PSA that if you want to come out, great, but if you don't want to come out, then that's fine. Know what's best for you, you do you, live your life, don't listen to me, don't listen to anybody else, you right there, do what you do, and you're a great human being. So yeah, ladies, gentlemen, what up? No, I'm kidding. I'm a nerd, you don't want to date me, trust me. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, like it. If you like, yay. And maybe subscribe, because occasionally I put out videos that aren't just me sitting in a bra in front of my window in my living room. I love you very, very much. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And yeah, social media's down below if you ever want to talk about any of this more. I love you. Mwah. I'll see you later. Bye.